Hey, good morning, Chattanooga. Good morning, Tennessee. Good morning, America. Some quick thoughts. It's going to be a busy day today, but I wanted to get some quick thoughts out there. Iran. What do we do about Iran? I saw a meme, a political cartoon on the internet where Donald Trump is holding up a peace treaty. See, I've got a peace treaty, and an Iranian missile goes through it. Are we the policemen of the world? Now, there's some that say it's not our, not our circus, not our monkeys, not our dog, not our fight. Let's get out of the Middle East. Well, the problem with that is, folks, the hard truth is this: if we get out of the Middle East, they're going to come for us. Has it been that long since 9/11? They came for us. We need to have a presence in the Middle East. Donald Trump has said we need to be the guardian angel of the Hormuz Strait. Folks, here's what I think. We need to take the fight to them and not let it come to us. We don't want to have a 9/11 version 2. So I guess if we're the guardian angel of the strait, we're the guardian angel of the strait. But we have been played. Here's what Iran is doing. They're playing for time. They're wanting to get to the midterms and the next general election, and they're just stringing us along, thinking that if Donald Trump is voted out of office, or if enough congressmen and senators, if they run in the midterm elections, are voted out, then the political appetite, support by the American people for military action in the Middle East will fade and will go away. And then we'll go back to business as usual. That's what they're doing. They're playing for time. We got to take care of business, and we got to do it now. Iran, if you want to fight, we'll fight. We want peace. And I think Donald Trump has demonstrated he wants to do everything possible, even when people are laughing at him, saying Iran is violating every agreement. They have no intention of peace. They want to fight. Okay? We didn't start this, but we're going to end it. That's my attitude. You can say, well, yeah, America started it. It's our fight. No. Iran has been screaming death to America for 47 years. They have banners in the street saying, kill your president, kill Trump, destroy Israel. We've destroyed their navy. We've destroyed their armed forces, and they're still in the street saying, kill Trump, kill America. You're going to have to take them at their word. And you could say we shouldn't talk about regime change in Iran. Yes, we better talk about regime change in Iran because the people in charge are crazy, they're Islamic extremists, and they want death to America at all costs, to the last bullet. Okay, Iran, that's what you want. I think we can arrange that. I also think I agree with Trump's position on let's have, if we're going to be the policeman, if we're going to be the guardian angel of the Hormuz Strait, then let's have those countries help pay for the bombs and bullets and our treasure that's there. Let's have them pay the bill, all right? Now, you think I always agree with Donald Trump. I'm going to prove you wrong here in just a minute. So that's where I think about Iran. Democrat socialists, a lot of them are playing word games. They're saying, oh, I'm not a real communist. No. I just want, here's the argument they're going to use with the American people. I'm for middle income. I'm for low income Americans. I'm tired of the top 1%. I'm tired of you working and all the rich people getting rich. We should take away their wealth and give it to you. That's the argument they're going to try to use. Oh, I'm a socialist, but I'm not a communist. It's one and the same. Socialism and communism. Look at the definition. Do your homework. Do your homework. Don't just believe what I say. Do your homework. See where socialism and communism have destroyed countries that they've been tried in. And when these democratic socialists say, hey, don't be afraid of us, we're really Americans, we're socialist Americans. That's a contradiction in terms. Socialism, you cannot be a socialist American. You can't be. You simply cannot be. American is constitutional government. We, the people, we elect representatives. We have a checks and balances form of government, judicial, legislative branches and executive branches of government, checks and balances. The founding fathers, I think, put a brilliant plan in place to ensure that we, the people, have a voice in the government. But the founding fathers also, in their checks and balances, put it so that the government does not have total control. And what the socialist communists are saying is, well, the oligarchs are taking control, and we need to pull the money out of them, give it to the government, and have the government redistribute it. They want to do away with ICE. Do you want no law enforcement in the streets of America? I don't think so. So when a person comes to you and say, I'm a socialist, but I'm also an American, no, it doesn't work that way. Just vote no to communism, vote no to socialist, the DSA, the Democrat Socialist Party. It should be the Communist Socialist Party in America. Just vote no. If you're a DSA, vote no for that person. It's a contradiction in terms. You're not a socialist American. You are a socialist communist. America believes in the free enterprise system. America believes in we, the people of the United States, electing government. And if people in charge are doing wrong things, we'll pull them out of office. But to say, well, there's too many problems out there, we'll just rip up the Constitution and we'll institute socialism. No, folks, you do not want to go there. Ask anybody who's lived under that form of government, and they will yell at you with tears streaming down their face. America, don't go down that road. All right, I told you there was a place I was going to not agree with Donald Trump. Here it is. Appointing, even on a temporary basis, Darlene, Lindsey Graham's sister, to fill his term is not good for America. It's not good. It's not good for America. This woman is just devastated by the death of her brother who raised her. I know it might feel good to put Darlene Graham in his position just as kind of a tribute to Lindsey. No, we need somebody in that position who can vote with a clear head, clear mind, have some experience, and know what they're doing. This is not a memorial role. This is not something we do because it feels good as a tribute to Lindsey. We're going to have all kinds of tributes to Lindsey. You know how I feel about Lindsey Graham. I think he was a great man. I think he literally gave his life for America. Honor the man. I agree with most of what he did. He may not agree with me. If he was alive discussing things with me, he may not agree with all of my positions. I may not agree with all of his positions. But I truly believe he loved America. And I truly believe when all said and done, all the toxicology reports are in, I believe you're going to find that he died because he had heart disease. That's what I don't think there was any kind of plot. I don't think there's any kind of conspiracy to kill Lindsey Graham. I think he was living on borrowed time. I think he had a heart attack, and I think it was naturally induced. So I agree with Lindsey Graham. I love him. I respect him. I love him as a brother in the Lord. He's with God right now. I totally get that. I understand that. But I can say that and say this. I don't think it's a wise idea to put Darlene, Lindsey Graham's sister, in that position. We need somebody who can hit the ground running. We need somebody who can function clear-headed, has the experience to do that, even on a temporary basis. This is not a position in memoriam. This is not something you do to pay tribute to Lindsey Graham. You pay tribute to Lindsey Graham by putting a conservative, loving, experienced person in that position. And that's not Darlene. Now, I've tried to look up on the internet to see if I could find out her experience level. From what I've seen so far, and I could be wrong, I don't see where she's got the experience to do that position. And right now, in our elected representation in Washington, D.C., this is not time to put somebody in there because it feels good, because it's a memorial to Lindsey Graham. I would vote no. I would say no. I don't have a say in it, but I'm going to put my opinion out there. I don't agree with Donald Trump on everything he does. This is one example. I agree with almost everything he does. I don't agree with his personal attacks. I don't agree with every action he did. I don't agree with declaring war on Canada. I don't agree with declaring war on Greenland. So when Donald Trump does something, I want you to understand, if you've been critical of me for saying, oh, I kiss the ring that Trump wears, I worship the ground he walks on. No, I'm going to see what he does. I'm going to evaluate it and say whether that's a good decision or not. This is not a good decision, having Darlene in Lindsey Graham's position on a temporary basis until they can elect someone to that office. And please understand, I respect Lindsey Graham. I honor his memory. I really love what he did for America. I do. But they're two different issues. You may disagree with me. This is America. We can still disagree and be friends and still disagree and be Americans. So, point one, Iran. Hey, we'll finish this fight. You want to keep blowing up ships while we continue to work for peace? We'll be the policeman of the strait, and those other countries over there should help us do it. You cannot be a socialist American. It doesn't work. It's like I'm a salt and pepper person. It's salt and pepper. It's black and white. It's communism. It's the free market system. It's American constitutional government or socialism, communism. They're on two opposite ends of the spectrum. So people play word salad with you and try to deflate and confuse those terms, saying, oh, you can be a socialist American because you want to take the money from the rich and give it to the poor. You want to be Robin Hood. When you look at the nuts and bolts of how that works, it doesn't work. You cannot be a socialist American. Contradictory terms. Darlene Graham, I believe that's her name, Darlene, as the temporary appointment to take the position of Lindsey Graham, not a good idea. I would vote no if I were asked. Cowboy up, America. Street level America. I'm Dave Adams, and that's what I think.